For many of us, illegal immigration is just a political buzzword, not something that will ever directly affect our everyday lives. But for one Harvard student, it has shaped his past and future. He was born in the outskirts of Mexico City, and he crossed over with his parents to the United States when he was 2 years old. Life was difficult. His first home in the United States was a dingy one-bedroom apartment shared with 8 other people. It wasn't until 1999, 4 years after his arrival, that his family could afford to buy a modest two-bedroom home. Both his parents were factory workers, and his dad worked in the foundry under terrifying working conditions, constantly in danger of physical harm. Even today, his parents are not fluent in English, and he himself did not learn English until he was 6 years old. 16 years later, now a Harvard freshman, he reflects upon his experience as an undocumented student.
Educationally, I think that's where I first realized that we were treated differently. I mean, there's been instances where my parents have told me outside, but I mean, for that ones I can speak of, I first realized it when I had to start applying to high school. But then at that point, we realized that we're not the same all of a sudden. I have to go through a different process. I have to ask about different situations, special circumstances regarding if I can apply there, if I can go there, if I have the money, if they can give me the money, scholarships. If it's even good for the school image. And I was, in a sense, I was lucky because I was able to find the things, and I had a wonderful counselor who helped me through a lot of this. I had the luxury of finding wonderful people who could help me find the information and navigate through this entire process. But I realized that not many students are that lucky because you're almost walking blind into a dark tunnel. You don't have any clue of how this whole thing works. So without the resources, kids don't know what to do. So then what do they do then? What do you do then? You have this great dream of going to college, of being a professional, but you don't know how to. And that's the biggest thing. My personal college experience, I guess overall, has had its highs and lows. It's been fun. I love college, but it's different. It's different because I don't have the luxury that many students have. And that undocumented students in general don't have those luxuries. Sometimes I walk around the yard and realize and hear different students complain and kind of boast about certain things, about college, about things they've had, things they can do, which I can't. I can't get a job on and off campus. I can't apply to a great majority of internships. I can't just one day decide, oh, I'm just going to take a semester off. I'm going to go visit the world. I'm going to go travel. I can't do those things. And I mean, as for me personally, it's hard because not only am I away from my family, but in the worst case scenarios, if either my family or myself gets into any kind of legal trouble, the problems that may arise, the fear, the worry that may accompany that on either side, I guess it's just too hard to even think about. There's always that thought in my mind of what if I get a call hearing, oh, my parents are being, or they got taken by immigration's customs. and they're awaiting trial. And and even with job offers, even if I get them, I'll have to tell them my situation, and more likely than not, it will pose a problem. More likely than not, the doors will close once you tell them I'm an undocumented immigrant. You get, you almost have like a timer. You almost get that sense of a timer. I've only got a certain amount of time before I really don't have a direction of what I can do. I have this, my personal belief that things happen for a reason. And it's not necessarily that you have a destiny, but it's that things happen for a reason. There's a reason why I am here in the United States, here in Cambridge, here at Harvard. But I can't really question that at this point. Why? Because some of those things are not in my control. The fact that I was born several thousand miles away from here, that I haven't really gone back to that place for over 10 years, in many ways is hard on me. Hard to be away from family that I have back at home. But the thing that holds me up is that there's a reason here. There's a reason why I'm undocumented. And if these are the circumstances I'm in, I want to work through them. I want to work with them. I'm proud to be who I am. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid. I just hope that people realize that that person who I am, it's not just the undocumented immigrant, but it's the student, it's the brother, it's the son, it's the friend, it's the human being who wants to be the best he can be. He just wants to have the chance. My dream is just to have a family, to have a wife, have kids, and live comfortably, peacefully, without that sense of fear. My ultimate goal is to make the world a better place than the one I saw when I first came into the world.